So we are explaining the example number second. Example number second is the relation, given relation. I am repeating the example number second. Example second is T1 T2 such that T1 is congruent to T2. Relation is the congruency between two triangles. Okay, triangle T1 is congruent to triangle T2, and we have to show that these two triangles are congruent to each other. Okay, this relation is equivalence relation. This relation is equivalence relation means in previous video I have told you, I have explained you that the given relation is equivalence relation if it follows the property of reflexive relation, symmetric relation, and after that transitive relation. If a relation is reflexive, symmetric and transitive, then given relation will be equivalence relation. Okay, so here we have to show that the given relation is reflexive, symmetric and transitive relation. Okay, so let us start with the reflexivity of the relation. Okay, reflexive relation means the triangle T is congruent to triangle T, means each of the element is related to itself. Triangle T is related to triangle T itself. Okay, so let T belongs to the given set A. Given set A means set of all triangles in the plane. Okay, so T belongs to A. Now we know very well that every triangle is congruent to itself. Okay, so T is congruent to T. It means T is related to T as per the given relation. And when T is related to T, it means the element of the type TT belongs to R. And if the element of the type TT belongs to R, it means the given relation is reflexive. So relation is reflexive. Now we will show that the given relation is symmetric relation. So symmetric relation means if T1 is related to T2, then T2 is also related to T1 by the given relation. Okay, so here we required two triangles. To show that the given relation is symmetric. So let us take the two triangles. So for all T1, T2 belongs to the given set of all triangles in the plane. Now let T1, T2 belongs to R. We will start from here. T1, T2 belongs to R, and we will show that, we will finish that T1 also belongs to R. So if T1, T2 belongs to R, it means T1 is congruent to T2. It means T2 is congruent to T1. It means T2 is congruent to T1. It means T2 and T1 belongs to R. When T1 congruent to T2, conversely T2 will also congruent to T1. Will also congruent to T1. When T2, T1, it means T2, T1 belongs to R. T1, T2 belongs to R. The element of the type T1, T2 belongs to R. We have shown that T2, T1 types of elements are also in R. So this shows that the relation is symmetric. Implies that relation is symmetric. Okay, now the third type or third relation is transitive relation. Okay, so transitive relation. Transitive relation means we required three triangles. We required three triangles T1, T2, T3 belongs to the given set of all triangles T1, T2, T3. Okay. Now T1, T2 belongs to R. Let T1, T2 belongs to R. It means T1 is congruent to T2. T1 is congruent to T2. And T2, T3 also belongs to R. T2, T3 also belongs to R. It means T2 is congruent to T3. This is given. This is given, or we will assume this. Okay. This result is true. Now we have to show. Now we have to show that T1, T3 are also congruent triangles. When T1 and T3 are congruent triangles, then T1, T3 belongs to R and R will be transitive relation. So T1 is congruent to T2 and T2 is congruent to T3. It means T1 is congruent to T3. T1 is congruent to T3. It means T1, T3 belongs to the relation R. T1, T3 belongs to the relation R. So T1, T2 belongs to R, T2, T3 belongs to R, implies that T1 and T3 also belongs to R, means relation is transitive relation. Relation is transitive. Relation is transitive. So the given relation is reflexive, symmetric as well as transitive. What we have shown? We have shown that relation is reflexive, symmetric and transitive as well. Okay. This implies that the given relation is equivalence relation as per the definition of the equivalence relation. Implies that given relation is equivalence. Given relation is equivalence relation. Okay. So in this way we can prove that the given relation is equivalence. So this is example number 3rd. Okay. Now the relation is given. Relation is given between two lines. Relation is given between two lines in a plane, and the relation is the perpendicularity of two lines. Line 1 is perpendicular to line 2. Okay. And here we have to check either the given relation is reflexive, symmetric or transitive. Okay. Now we want to check either the given relation is reflexive relation, symmetric relation or transitive relation. Means first of all reflexive relation. Reflexive relation. Reflexive relation means every element is related to itself. Okay. So here we want one line only. So let L belongs to the given set, that is set A of all the lines. Set of all the lines. Now we know that none of the line is perpendicular to itself. None of the line is perpendicular to itself. We know that every line is parallel to itself but not perpendicular. Okay. If we are talking about this line only, so this line is perpendicular to itself but not, this line is parallel to itself but not perpendicular. Okay. So every line or none of the line is perpendicular to itself means none of the line is following the given relation. None of the line is following the property of the given relation. Means line L is not perpendicular to line L. It means line L is not related to line L. It means line LL. Element of the type LL does not belong to the given relation R. If the element of the type LL does not belong to the given relation R, it means relation is not reflexive. Not reflexive. Okay. So the given relation is not reflexive. Not reflexive means none of the line is perpendicular to itself. Okay. Now we will check either the given relation is symmetric. Okay. So symmetric relation. For symmetric relation, or to prove that the given relation is symmetric, we require two lines. So let L1, L2 belongs to the given set A. Line L1 and L2 belongs to the given set A. It means given set A such that, or let L1 and 2 belongs to the given relation R, means L1 is perpendicular to L2. L1 is perpendicular to L2. In symmetric relation, we show that if L1, L2 belongs to R, implies that L2, L1 also belongs to R. Okay. So here we are taking L1, L2 belongs to R. If L1, L2 belongs to R, means both the lines are perpendicular. As per the given relation, both the lines are perpendicular, means line L1 is perpendicular to L2. And we know that if line L1 and L2 are perpendicular, then L2 and L1 are also perpendicular. It means L2 is perpendicular to L1. Line L2 will also perpendicular to L1. It means L2, L1 belongs to R. L2, L1 belongs to R. Okay. L2, L1 belongs to R. It means L2, L1 belongs to R. It means relation is symmetric. As L1, L2 belongs to R implies that L2, L1 belongs to R. It means relation is symmetric. Symmetric means relation is true from both the sides. Relation is true from both the sides. A is related to B, it means B is also related to A. L1 is perpendicular to L2, it means L2 is perpendicular to L1. Okay. Now third relation we have to check, that is transitive relation. Either the given relation means relation of perpendicularity of two lines is either it is transitive or not. So transitive relation. Transitive relation. Transitive relation means we required three lines. So let L1, L2, L3 belongs to the given set of all lines in a plane. Okay. So here we are taking only three lines, L1, L2, L3, such that L1 and 2 belongs to R, means L1 and L2 are following the given relation, means L1 is perpendicular to L2. L2, L3 also following the property. L2, L3 also following the given relation. And L2, L3 also following the relation, means L2 is perpendicular to L3. Okay. Now here, this line is L1, this is perpendicular to L2. One more line is there, that is L3, which is perpendicular to L2. So here L1 is parallel to L3. If L1 is perpendicular to L2, L2 is perpendicular to L3, then L1 will be parallel to L3, not perpendicular. It should be perpendicular. If relation is transitive, then it should be perpendicular. But it is not perpendicular, it is parallel. It means L1 and L3 does not belong to the given relation R. L1 L3 does not belong to the given relation R, means relation is not transitive. Okay. So here the conclusion is the relation of perpendicularity between two lines is symmetric, is only symmetric but not reflexive and transitive. It is not reflexive, it is not transitive as well. Okay. So this was example number 3rd of your chapter first. Here we are taking the next example, that is example number 5. Okay, you can see the example or you can see the language of the example in your notebook. Okay, otherwise I am explaining. The given example is the given relation R is equals to the set of all elements AB such that 2 divides A minus B. 2 divides the difference of the two elements A and B. 2 divides the difference of the two elements A and B such that AB belongs to Z. The two elements belongs to the set of integers. Z means set of integers. Okay, we have to show that the given relation is equivalence relation. Very important example from the examination point of view. Okay, the relation is 2 divides the difference between two sets, two elements A and B. Elements are taking from the set of integers. Okay, so first of all we will check for an equivalence relation. We have to check either the given relation is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. I am again and again repeating to show given relation and equivalence relation, we have to show the given relation is reflexive, symmetric and transitive as well. Okay, so first of all reflexive relation. Reflexive relation, and for the reflexivity of the relation we have to take only one element. So take A belongs to the set of integer. All the elements will be taken from the set of integer. Now A minus A is equals to 0. Difference between two elements, and in reflexive relation difference between the same element, that is A minus A, this is equals to 0, and 0 is divisible by 2. 2 divides 0 means 2 divides A minus A. 2 divides A minus A. It means 2 divides A minus B, AB belongs to R. 2 divides A minus A, AA belongs to R. AA belongs to R. Okay, when AA belongs to R, it means relation is reflexive. So conclusion is reflexive relation. Okay, so relation is reflexive. Now we have to show that the given relation is symmetric relation, and for symmetric relation we require two elements. Okay, so symmetric relation. Let AB belongs to Z. AB belongs to the set of integer. Okay, such that AB belongs to R also. The element AB belongs to R. AB belongs to R. It means A minus B is divisible by 2, or 2 divides A minus B. It means 2 divides A minus B. 2 divides the difference of A minus B. When 2 divides A minus B, 2 also divides B minus A. 2 will also divides B minus A. It means 2 divides B minus A also. When 2 divides A minus B, difference of two elements, implies that 2 also divides B minus A, difference of the same elements. Okay, it means BA belongs to 2 divides A minus B, AB belongs to R. 2 divides B minus A, BA belongs to R. BA belongs to R. BA belongs to R. We have taken AB belongs to R and shown BA belongs to R. It means relation is symmetric relation. Okay, so this shows that relation is symmetric. Relation is symmetric. Now, to show the given relation is equivalence, we have also show that given relation is transitive relation. Okay, so let us take the transitive relation. Let us have on transitive relation. Transitive relation. Transitive relation. Transitive relation. To show that the given relation is transitive, we have to take three elements. Okay. So let A, B, C belongs to the given relation R. A, B, C belongs to the given relation R, such that A, B belongs to R implies that A minus B 2 divides A minus B. 2 divides A minus B. 2 divides A minus B. It means A minus B equals to 2 lambda. A minus B equals to 2 lambda. A minus will be the multiple of 2. And BC belongs to R. It means 2 divides B minus C. It means B minus C is also multiple of 2. B minus C is also multiple of 2. So B minus C is equals to 2 mu. Now adding these two equations. We will have A minus B plus B minus C 2 lambda plus 2 mu. A B will cancel B. A minus C equals to 2 into lambda plus mu. It means A minus C equal to 2m. So A minus C means difference of the element. A and C is the multiple of 2, means divisible by 2. It means 2 divides A minus C. 2 divides A minus C. And when 2 divides A minus C means AC belongs to R. 2 divides A minus C, A minus B, AB belongs to R. 2 divides A minus C, AC belongs to R. Okay, so conclusion is AB belongs to R, BC belongs to R, implies that AC belongs to R. And when AB belongs to R, BC belongs to R, implies that AC belongs to R. It means the given relation is transitive relation. Okay, so finally the given relation is transitive. R is transitive relation. Transitive relation. Okay, so finally, therefore, hence the given relation is reflexive, symmetric, transitive implies that the given relation is equivalence relation. Implies that R is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Implies that R is equivalence relation. R is equivalence relation. Okay. So in this way we can prove that the given relation is equivalence relation. This example is very important in respect of concept and in respect from the examination point of view also. Okay. So now we will take the last example of this exercise 1.1, that is example number 6. So this is example number 6. The set is given as, means the elements in the set is given as 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 7. Okay. And it is defined as both the elements are either odd or even. Means if element A is odd, then element B will also odd, and if element B is even, then element A is also even. Means both elements should be either odd or even. So relation, when we put the given relation in roster form, this will be like one will be related to the, as one is odd, so one will be related to the 1, 3, 5 and 7. So 1 will be related to 1 will be related to 3, 1 will be related to 5, or 1 will be related to 7. Okay. Similarly, 3 will be related to 1, 3 will be related to 3, 3, 5 and 3, 7. Means odd will be related to odd, and 5 will be related to 1, 5 will be related to 3, 5, 5 and 5, 7. And lastly 7 is related to 7. 7 is related to 1, 3, 7 is related to 5 and 7 is related to 7. Odd number is related to odd. And even is related to even. Both elements are either even. So even means 2 is related to 2, 2 is related to 4 and 2 is related to 6. Similarly 4 is related to 2, 4 is related to 4, 4, 6 and 6, 2, 6, 4 and 6, 6. So this is the roster form of the given relation. The given relation is given in set builder form and we have converted this in roster form. Now we have to show that the given relation is equivalence relation. And to show the given relation is equivalence, we have to show the relation is following the property of reflexive, symmetric and transitive as well. Okay. So reflexive relation. Reflexive relation. Reflexive relation means every element is related to itself. Every element is related to itself means 1 is related to 1, 2 is related to 2, 3 is related to 3. Here in this relation 1 is related to 1, 3 is related to 3, 5 is related to 5 and 7 is related to 7. Similarly 2 is related to 2, 4 is related to 4 and 6 is related to 6 means every element is related to itself. That is why the given relation is reflexive. Okay. So here 1 1 belongs to R means 1 is related to 1. It means relation R is a reflexive relation. Reflexive relation. Okay. Now symmetric relation, and in symmetric relation we show that two elements are related to each other in such a way, if A is related to B, then B is also related to A. It means if 1 3 is there, then 3 1 should also be there. So 1 3 is there, 3 1 is also there. 1 5 is there, 5 1 is also there. Okay. 2 4 is there, 4 2 is also there. Okay. So symmetric relation. Symmetric relation. Let 1 3 belongs to R, 1 3 belongs to R, 3 1 is also there, 3 1 also belongs to R, and this shows that the given relation is symmetric relation. So relation is symmetric. Relation is symmetric. Now the third relation is transitive relation. Third relation is transitive relation. Transitive relation. Let us take the example. Let 1 3 belongs to 1 3 and 3 5. 1 3 and 3 5 belongs to R. 1 3 belongs to R. 3 5 3 5 1 3 belongs to R. 3 5 belongs to R. Then 1 5 should also belongs to R, and 1 5 is also there. 1 5 also belongs to there. It means the relation is transitive relation. Okay. So we have shown that the given relation is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. It means the given relation is equivalence. Okay. Therefore given relation is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Implies that given relation is equivalence. Okay. This was the first part of the example number 6. Now the second part. First part was to show that the given relation is equivalence relation. Now the second part of the example. Second part of the example is 1 3 5 7. 1 3 5 7 are related to each other 2, 4, 6 are related to each other, and 1, 3, 5, 7 is not related to any element of the 2, 4, 6. Okay. Here we can see that 1 is related to 1, 1 is related to 3, 1 is related to 5, and 1 is related to 7. Similarly, 3 is related to 1, 3, 5, 7, 5 is related to 1, 3, 5, 7, and 7 is related to 1, 3, 5, 7. Okay, so we can conclude that 1, 3, 5, 7 are related to each other. Are related to each other. Why? Because every element of this set are odd number. Every element of the given set are odd. Okay. Similarly, 2 is related to 2, 2 is related to 4, 2 is related to 6, and 4 is related to 2, 4, 6, 6 is related to 2, 4, 6. So 2, 4, 6 are related to each other. As every element of the given set are even, and none of the element of the set 1, 3, 5, 7 are related to 2, 4, 6. As the relation is saying, as the relation is defined,